What's up, my members, man? It's your girl Age, and I'm back with another lit reaction video on channel, man. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, you bringin' shit to the table, can't have a seat, nigga, no sugar coat. Take a little more than dick sucker, standing next to a nigga just to have emotion. We ain't worried about a thing, no that back door, trap door, nigga stay open. You ain't put the time in, put the work in, pussy nigga sit around hope. I'ma keep fucking that back street, fucking that trap, I'ma keep stroke. Get my mama out the trenches, maybe then, nigga, I can sit back and have some clothes. Niggas really dumb as hell, lost in the sauce, man, I swear to God, these niggas flow. Put the business for anything, nigga, boy, I swear to God, if I lose folk.
So look, my members, man, as y'all see by the title, we finna go ahead and react to this Detroit rapper BandGang Boom, who was killed at a funeral after 100 shots went off. Man, I ain't gonna lie, this is just like crazy to me, y'all, because it's like they making this shooting up funerals thing like a normal thing now. Like, I don't know what it is that everybody just thinking this shit cool, but gang, come on, man. Let motherfuckers lay they loved ones to rest in a peaceful, like, come on, man. Y'all ain't even gotta do that. Like, but hey, we finna go ahead and get into it, man. See what's all going on, what happened, and some more. Before we get into it, though, make sure y'all go ahead, man, like this video, comment down below if y'all trying to see from me, subscribe to me if you haven't already, man, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitch on Fun Up. And we finna go ahead and get into it, man. Grab whatever y'all smoking on, drinking on, all that, because y'all know I got my wood. Yes, sir.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on a Detroit rapper that was killed after 129 shots were let off at a funeral.
Police are trying to find.
I ain't gonna lie, though. They do be getting it busted in Detroit. I ain't gonna cap. I got a homegirl that live out there. And, yeah, she be definitely telling me how they be coming out there. I ain't gonna lie to you. So they definitely be getting it busting out there.
The people responsible for a shooting that took place at a funeral gathering.
Neighbors describe the scene as like the Wild West.
It was multiple people that were armed, and so it was members in the crowd shooting back and members from the vehicle shooting into the crowd.
This is really, really dangerous to have, a Wild Wild West shootout in a residential neighborhood. And here it is, my property's hit, my neighbor's properties are hit. Thank God there's been no other tragedy, any other loss of life.
Police recovered 129 shell casings at that scene.
August 18th, 2025. Just before 8 p.m., the Detroit Police Department received a call for shots fired near a...
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what our generation been come to, man, because y'all, the world gonna be so effed up in a couple of years. It's gonna be insane. Like, it's like the more and more every year, the more shootings happen, the worse they get. Like, I feel like this the most year we done seen, like, of these mass shootings, for like, we done seen too many of them now. From motherfucking the Mellow Bucks album release party to Club J. Roy to motherfucking it was another shootout. What was that at? It wasn't in Chicago. It was somewhere else. I forgot where it was, y'all. I think I reacted to the video or something like that, and it was with the one he's in a wheelchair, and then they ended up throwing another block party the next day or whatever, and the one in the wheelchair ended up getting killed, and his girl got hit, like, covering him and some more. And it's just crazy. Like, I feel like, this year has been like the most mass shootings that didn't happen. Like,
on the east side of the city. Investigators would later learn this was a...
like, I think it was like a couple of funerals that got shot up too this year. Like, this ain't the first one this year, so it's like, shit, our generation, man. These
repass following the funeral. Shit. Witnesses reported a burgundy Chrysler 300 drove by the repass, examining who all was in the crowd before opening fire with rifles. 2 women were shot, 1 man was killed, and 129 shell casings would be recovered by police. The amount of firepower going off by a playground was a clear...
Then not only that, it seemed like this year more females been getting killed on top of that. Like, man, I don't know what's in the waters, man.
That someone wanted someone else dead. Investigators located 3 main areas with shell casings and believed this wasn't just a targeted attack, but a full-blown gunfight as members of the funeral shot back. Because of the large amount of casings left, it's believed some even used machine guns. 5 homes on that block were struck by gunfire. The 2 women that were shot were in their late 20s, and the man that was
You ain't finna just come and shoot at my people's funeral with my people's here. And you think I ain't finna shoot back? You crazy as hell. Like, what?
was identified as 26-year-old Daniel Avery, a father of 5. But in the streets of Detroit, he was known as the rapper BandGang Boom. BandGang is a group of rappers from the west side of Detroit. They've been making noise in the Detroit music scene since as far back as 2014, originating with 6 members.
Hold on, y'all, my bad. Give me a second. Hold on, give me 1 second. Alright, y'all, my bad. I'm back.
Javar, AJ, Lonnie, Meso, and Will. The rap group was affiliated with an older gang in the city called TTO, short for the Takeover. TTO warred with a rival gang known as TNO, Trust No One. Smaller and younger gangs would form under the older generation of TTO and TNO members. With the newer generations inheriting old beef, new murders began taking place, and BandGang was guilty by association. 2020 was by far the hardest year for BandGang. In September, 25-year-old AJ, who also went by the name Jizzle P, was gunned down sitting in a Chrysler 300 outside of his mom's house. A witness would report his mom screaming at the scene. 3 months later, Paid Will was shot and killed after a so-called domestic dispute. It's alleged he stashed money at his girlfriend's house. An associate or family member of hers found it and stole it. It's alleged
you know
Will.
Crazy. I think I heard about this story right here about him leaving the money at his girl crib, and she said one of her family members took it as some more, and all type shit like that. Like, I
put hands on the person that stole it in their house and was shot and killed by the homeowner. In May of 2021, Lonnie was shot in the head, hand, mouth, and wrist in Las Vegas, but luckily he survived.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, just over some money, gang, you done lost your life. Like, and I ain't even gonna say just over some money, but gang, like, literally just over some money though. And all I could say is, I never thought it was a smart idea to leave money at your girl crib or friend crib, anybody crib, because one, parents gonna be parents, number 1. Sometimes might go through their room or whatever the case may be, or looking for something or something. 2, on top of that, not even just parents, just cousins, friends, anything, best friends come over, they, looking for something or going through or whatever, or see something, and now it's like, I don't know, I just wouldn't trust it. Like, I trust my girl for sure, but it's just the point of you never know who might walk in and shit, like, be looking for something in the closet, a hoodie or something or whatever, and just run into it or see it or whatever, like, nah.
As the original members began falling off with the music, BandGang Boom, who went by the name The Godfather, was able to step into the spotlight as an up-and-coming member. Boom was no angel in the city though, and when news spread that he died, a series of posts of dead people would lead many to believe Boom was responsible for their deaths. One man specifically was Freaky from TMC, aka Too Much Cash. Freaky was killed in a triple shooting in June of 2019, his 2 friends surviving the attack. It's alleged Boom was the one who killed him, but apparently This had nothing to do with Boom getting shot, and it's believed Boom wasn't even the target. See, Boom was attending the funeral of 22-year-old Deon Davis, who was more commonly known as 5'6". 5'6" was rumored to have been killing a lot, and he was even indicted by the feds in 2021. He'd gone on Instagram Live taunting his ops with a switch. 5 days later, agents recovered.
So they saying basically his ops came to his funeral to shoot it up because of him? I don't know. I don't know how that maybe I should let him finish. Maybe that's not what he's saying. But I don't really think. I feel like, I mean, don't because it's like shit, he gone. So it's like, by you sliding to his funeral, what is that doing? Like, what is that doing to him? Like, he already, like, I don't know. I feel like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it had to do with people he was around that they probably knew, like motherfuckers, who was in his, gang with him or whatever, in the gang with him, was gonna be there, and or maybe they, like I said, they could have known that rapper was gonna be there, whatever the case may be. Like, I feel like it's more to it than,
stating he drew attention to himself after being involved in several shootings on Detroit's east side. The feds also established 5'6" was a member of the 700 gang. A troubled youth, 5'6" was only 17 when he and another teen were being chased by police after a string of robberies, and their getaway vehicle would crash into another, instantly killing a mother of 3, whose 3 kids and dog were inside of the car at the time. 5'6" was killed on August 6th. His car fired into by another vehicle, causing him to crash and run on foot before collapsing. It's alleged that 5'6"'s funeral was shot up by his ops, and while Boom and the 2 females who were shot weren't direct targets, they knew what came with attending a killer's funeral. And they weren't the only ones in attendance. Another rapper named Lil Mello from 700 was there. The day after the funeral, Mello would be shot in the face and chest on the freeway, but luckily survived. An Instagram page by the name of Detroit Hits would recover the surveillance footage of 5'6" being killed, as well as the footage of Mello in the hospital room. Detroit has always maintained a bloody reputation, and hearing 129 shots went off at a funeral is enough to get anyone's attention. Rest in peace to the many victims
Detroit be getting like that, though.
Streets. Now, the second we hear of a funeral getting shot up, the first thing that comes to mind is Wooski. In Chicago, when that funeral got hit up, that was major. That was, and Wooski survived, but
that ain't even like the latest thing of happening at a funeral. Like, I even remember like that video. I don't even know if that was last year or what year that was, when they walked into they ops funeral and grabbed the casket and some more stuff. Like, it's more than just that like recently that happened with funerals and everything. And I don't know, man, I just don't understand it. Like, y'all already done got the person that they burying, so like, dang, y'all can't let them just bury their loved one in peace. Like, I don't get the whole funeral.
He never
thing,
fully recovered, if that makes sense. To hear 129 shots went off at a funeral or a repast, whatever, it just shows you how far people are willing to take things. If 5'6" was really out here spanking shit like they said he was, he put a lot of hate into people's hearts, to the point that they'll pull up to a funeral and fire off indiscriminately at whoever's there. When you die at a young age, like 22, your mother's there, your grandmother's there, your aunt, your cousins, your nieces, your nephews, your brothers,
siblings,
your
if you got
sisters.
some, like, all that.
They're pulling up with switches, drakes, and firing at everybody. That's a crazy amount of hate to have for someone that was only 22 years old. They put that much damage on this earth at 22 years old, that even after they died a violent death, their funeral got to get shot up too.
Yeah.
And this must hit major for Detroit because, you know, BandGang has apparently been on the music scene for so long and they've literally just watched them fade. And I mean, that, I guess, goes for anybody. You know, if you look at Chicago and all the different sets in Chicago, from fucking Old Block to 600, none of them are the same anymore. They had that time period where they were on a run and some of them blew and became millionaires.
CLEBT, you got all them, like, everybody, like, it's so many other rappers that just, like, and they be young, like, they lose their lives at a young age, even to, like, PGF and all that, like, you know, you got from, you know, around time where you got Duck in them, you got Vine in them, you got motherfucking, like, everybody damn near most of the old block is just like, man. And then you got, like, even down to the young ones now, like, you know, Q50, Will 50, something like that, his name like that. You got Lil Scoom, Lil Jeff, you got fucking who else? Queso and them, like, bro, it's it's just crazy that at a young age, like, to see so many young ones going, and then motherfuckers just, man, I don't even know what it
City, everyone else got left behind, went to prison, got killed, and then now whoever's left is just working regular jobs. You know what I mean? Still in the trenches trying to make it happen. It's sad, but everybody can't come with you, and everybody isn't gonna make it. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments.
But it's really the ones that did come with them, they ain't do nothing with it. Like, don't get me wrong, yeah, a couple of them did, but I'm pretty sure, like I said in, I think, a past video, that they didn't do nothing with it. Like, yeah, the interviews and all that shit, everybody wanted on Old Block and all that, you know, the blocks in Chicago, they come to the hoods, all that, they get them to tour, all that, but gang, that's bound, it was bound to die down, and some of it already started dying down. So, like, at first, you know, even when Vaughn passed away, like, they bringing in, you know, all hella O Block members to interviews and on No Jumper and on this, and, you know, they come into Parkway Gardens, you know, to O Block to get tours and interviewing them and everything like that. But after a while, that shit died down. Everything gonna always die down, and it's the point of they was supposed to use what they had and turned it into something for themselves instead of just, you know, here for the ride trying to just be a shooter for Vaughn and Dirk and them, to where, you know, okay, I know I'm gonna be around them, so I'll be good because I'm one of the shooters and shit. Like, no, because now y'all would think about, oh, if something was to happen to them, such as getting unalived or going to jail, then now what? Y'all back in the trenches, back to the same old stuff when y'all was just on live, when y'all was with them, talking about how y'all can go broke and die this and some more, and y'all living it up, die this, and now you back to where you started instead of using it and actually taking something from it. Use the shit to make a YouTube, gang. Y'all can do y'all own tours of Chicago and all that. Y'all can do y'all own little interviews with the homies and stuff. Y'all can do all that. Y'all can learn how to do a music video, record a music video, edit a music video, learn how to motherfucking produce and all this extra. Like, it's multiple ways y'all could have turned that, came up with the clothing brand and got to selling a clothing brand, like all types of stuff, bro. Like, y'all was supposed to utilize it, but
Comment section, I mean,
but that's it actually. So We finna go ahead, man, get up out of here, man. Make sure y'all go ahead, man, like this video, comment down below. That's what y'all trying to see from me. Subscribe to me if you haven't already, and hit that bell so y'all notified every time I post on front of them. And make sure y'all go ahead, man, follow me on Instagram and Twitch. Yes, sir. Go ahead, do that. I love y'all, my members. See y'all next video.
Yeah, you bringing shit to the table, can't have a seat, nigga, no sugar coat. Take a little more than dick sucking, standing next to a nigga